your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with yet one more video, joined by a very special guest today, Raven. Say what up.
Hey, what up?
How are you today?
How are you doing? I'm good. I'm having a good night.
Get the camera a little bit.
Hey, camera.
You having a good night, you said?
I'm having a good night.
All right, we're gonna make that night better.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna introduce you to some information that I want your perspective on.
Heard you.
Okay. All right, we got this video here from a subscriber. Shout out Maurice King. I got your email, mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. I'll leave a link down in the description. If you guys have video suggestions, let me know. All right. AMS, why women rarely approach men. Are you familiar with alpha male strategies?
Like the channel?
The person.
Not really, no.
Not really. But you've seen his stuff?
No.
So no, you're not
It's
familiar.
my first exposure.
Okay, so first time being exposed to his content. All right, so just so you know, he's a dating coach. He's not a relationship coach. So think of it from a perspective of dating.
Okay.
But dating has many different definitions depending upon your end goal. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Without further ado, let's get right at it.
What's up, fellas? So I had a loyal patron supporter that wanted to know, man, why don't women ever pursue regular guys? And by regular guys, he mean guys that are not famous and stuff like that, guys. And so I came up with 6 good reasons why women never pursue men. All right, guys. The first one right off the bat, guys, is women are afraid of rejection. Guys, women are petrified of a man not wanting them. Do you guys know why I tell you guys not to give women your validation? The number one reason I tell you not to give a woman your validation is because the narcissistic nature of a female is the fact that you're not showing high interest. She's gonna chase that validation until she get it, because she can't stand a man not fucking throwing caution to the wind to want her. All right, guys. Compliments and shit like that is basically a way of kissing a woman's ass. So when you're not giving a woman validation, she can't stand it. It has nothing to do with you. It's just the fact that she can't stand a man not being head over heels in love with her. That's why as soon as you do fall in love with her, she fucking lose interest, because it never really had nothing to do with you. She was in love with chasing the validation. All right. So that's the thing with that, guys. Women are petrified of a man not wanting them. So if she go up to you and you actually reject her, you will fucking literally kill a woman's self-esteem. Literally, guys. All right. This is why when you in a relationship with a woman and you ain't giving her sex, this is why she'll step out so she can feel sexy again, because you killing her fucking self-esteem. So she need to be lusted after. That's why she'll step off if you ain't showing her, giving her some, when I say emotional support, or some good loving. That's why she'll step out, because you are essentially killing her self-esteem. So she got to get that from some fucking well. All right, guys. So that's the issue with that, guys. Or she'll go to work. Say you with a girl and you've been dating her for 5 or 6 years, and the sex life then came to a screeching halt. I mean, it's been a while. I'm not talking about a month or 2 of you pulling back. I'm talking about for like a while now, and the sex life has been like her pulling teeth to get sex out of you. Like you basically just really don't even want to have sex with her. If you think that woman ain't gonna step out on you, man, think again. But it won't even be for the sex. It'll be for the fact that she just want to feel sexy again. All right, guys? Because that's the nature of women. That the fact that if a man don't want them, it drive them fucking crazy, guys. So that's the number one reason why a woman would never approach a man, is that the fear of rejection, guys. Number 2.
All right, number 1, fear of rejection. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like what he's speaking is true?
I don't think he's 100% wrong. But I don't think he's 100% right. And I feel like, I mean, that's in general when you're talking about like men, women, all men are this, all women are that. I feel like there's a lot more to women not approaching men that has nothing to do with validation. Like when a woman approaches a man, some men will be like, oh, she approached me, so that means she's easy and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say it kills my entire self-esteem. Absolutely not. But it's definitely, you know, it's disappointing. I mean, it's the same for men. It's disappointing when you get rejected by someone who's into you. And then also, the reason I don't feel like he's 100% wrong, I think there are women out there that are probably like that. And then I feel like if you're running into women like that, then, I mean, consistently, then what kind of women are you picking? You know, are you picking women that are so insecure to the fact that if you're not having sex with them in a relationship, they're gonna step out on you? Like, I question your taste in that aspect. But I mean, no one's perfect, so, you know, I can't 100% judge.
I get it. All right. So I mean, so you're saying you don't agree with 100% with what he's saying. If you were to put a metric on how much of you agree on it, or like what exactly you don't agree on, just so we can help understand.
Okay.
From
So
a woman's perspective.
I would say from the women I've encountered,
Because generally,
I would say
I think generally the whole will a woman approach you thing is very geographically.
it is very geographically different.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Like in New York?
in New York. So in the Midwest, they won't come up to you at all. They won't say
really?
a damn thing. No,
I've
women don't say
approached-
a damn thing because they're a little bit more traditional.
Oh yeah,
out
yeah,
here.
conservative.
Now in New York, so New York's my baseline. So I'm comparing New York to the Midwest. So from New
Right.
York to the New York's, women are a lot more
Give no
forward.
fucks.
Lot more forward. But I tell you, like in the South, in Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, like
They don't approach.
they're way more aggressive than New York chicks in
Oh,
terms of
really?
like coming up to you and not being scared about initiating conversation.
Really?
New York women, like Northeast women, will still be on some cool shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they-
We keep it cool. Like we
Yeah.
try not to be too thirsty.
Yeah. But there's something about a down south
They don't
woman.
care.
Oh man, they will come heavy with full artillery.
I need to learn from these down south women.
Wait, so you trying to step up your game is what you say? So what I hear you saying is that like you're not scared of rejection. So from your personal experiences, have you ever made that shot at a dude?
Oh, absolutely. I've definitely
So
approached.
you're a shot taker.
I'm a shot taker, but I don't take shots often. You know what I mean? Which, you know, depends on what you're looking for anyway.
Do you identify with your feelings being hurt, like as a deterrent from you taking a shot?
No, I more so weigh what I'm looking for. So, and then obviously it's the environment that you're in. So if I'm like in the club, I see a dude that's cute. Oh, why am I taking a shot? Because I want to date him, or because I just want to have some sex for the night? If it's like just some sex for the night, but I also got someone in my phone, then it's like, I might not have to do that.
Yeah, there's some trade-offs. right.
I might not have to do that. So,
That's real.
but then,
That's super real.
but then, you know, if I'm like at an outing and I see a dude, I meet a dude, and I'm really feeling him, which does not happen often for me. So if that does happen, I'm definitely taking my
shooting.
shot. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. All right, shooter. All right,
Pew,
shooter.
pew.
She's cool. All right, listen. You want to get back into step 2?
Let's go.
I mean, part 2. Let's go.
Social programming. Now, guys, women are taught at an early age, and we all hear this shit, right? If a man wants you, he'll pursue. We all have heard that shit. All right, so it's hard to beat social programming, guys. Once that shit, when you see the shit on TV that the man supposed to pursue, the man supposed to pursue, the man supposed to pursue, then that just beating your head. The same way I'm beating y'all guys' head, do not take women out to dinner dates for a first date and shit like that, and how not to pursue a woman after a breakup.
What's up? What's up? My man AMS. My man AMS. For real. I didn't even know that he says stuff like that. Because I say stuff like that. I didn't know that he says that. But like, I think it's coffee. It's an audition. Let's talk about it. You don't feel like that's truth?
Wait, first date? Don't take. Oh.
Well, so if you don't know it from a hole in the wall, like this is not someone. So like, I think first date, if you don't know them at all and you're trying to get an understanding of their value and their worth, like, you know, I've been in situations where back in, you know, my younger years, my early 20s, and quick story. I went on a double date with my mans and these two chicks that we met the night before. Went on a double date.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Went on a double date. The one chick that he was with, I mean, she ordered steak and lobster. Steak and lobster. Meanwhile, I'm sitting back like, is she really gonna eat all that? she finished.
She got one for the night and one to take home.
No, she finished the entire plate, which was kind of gross to watch. But she finished the entire plate, and I'm looking at him like,
that was her meal for the day.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying is that like now, as I'm more experienced, I'm not a meal provider, right? I'm not providing meals. Did we hear from them later? No. That could have also been because I chose not to pay for the one that I was with, because I felt like the connection wasn't necessarily there. I want to say that he paid for the other chicks, but we didn't hear from both of them after that. I think mine made a little bit more sense. So, but at the end of the day, like, you know, I feel like I bang with what he's saying because it's an audition, and it should be an audition. You're trying to establish value, you know, because photos lie.
I don't disagree with that part. So I definitely understand that point. Like, I know that there are definitely women out there that are like, you know, a date is a free meal. I date for meals, nothing else, nothing more, you know. So I understand that perspective, but for me, I don't know. When I meet a man, I tell him my profession, I tell him where I'm from. I mean, we might discuss like ambitions before a first date. I feel like I talk, you know, you exchange. If I met him the night before, I wouldn't say, hey, let's go on a date tomorrow. No, I would not. Like, I'll be like, oh, you know, let's go on a date like a week later or so. I understand that like there's an audition, but I guess I like to do my auditions differently. So, but I know for me.
Let me ask you a question. For you, what? Go ahead.
For me, if you're not taking me out on a date for the first date, you're probably not gonna. No, I don't judge, but you're probably never gonna see me. Like, oh, I want to see you, but I'm not gonna take you on a first date.
Well, you judged him.
Then you're not gonna see me. I'm not judging. I guess from a woman's perspective, if he's not taking me on a first date, he's just trying to. I can do that anytime. You know what I mean? If I want to get to know someone and I want to get serious, I'm expecting a first date.
So when you say that if you met them on a Saturday and you won't want to go out to a next Saturday, is that specific to because within that week you want to communicate with them to see if they are of value or they are
so
of
I
interest?
do my auditions differently.
So your auditions can be over video chat during that week and be over a call during that week.
Right. And then, you know, I'll be like, okay, maybe let's not do the first date, or oh, I want to do the first date.
Let me interject something and get your response, and then let's go back into the video. I think over that week, if he was able to establish himself as a high enough value man, and your interest was piqued, if he suggested coffee, you would still go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wouldn't just expect. I'm like, oh, coffee, and then we go for a walk, like something like that. I wouldn't just expect like a short coffee, grab and go.
Because you really want to get to know him.
Yeah.
I bangs with that.
Yeah.
I understand you. All right, you ready to get back into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Guys, for long, if you keep listening to me, that shit will be drenched in your head. So even if you meet a girl that fucking knock your socks off, you'll hear my little voice in your head when you even get the notion to take a woman out for a dinner date for the first fucking date, because this shit has been programmed into your fucking head. If you get a girlfriend and y'all break up and you want to pursue her, that little voice of me, that shit'll be chiming in your fucking head. All right, guys? And so social programming is hard to overcome. Once somebody has put something in your head, that's just the way it fucking is, guys. All right. So that's the thing with that, guys. You can't be social programming. All right. The way somebody is raised to talk, that shit been drenched in their head since they was young. All right. And it ain't gonna leave no fucking time soon, guys. Just like you guys who are natural born beta males, it's gonna take you a fucking while of listening to me, reading books, going through trial and error before you finally master the shit. A couple of pullbacks ain't gonna make you a fucking alpha male. It takes a long time. If you got a scarcity mindset, you ain't gonna have an abundance mindset by next week. I can tell you that shit now. It takes a while because you've been programmed into having that fucking scarcity mindset. All right, the way you've been brought up or something. All right, guys. The next thing is she's feminine. Now, as we all know, feminine energy is passive. All right, so if a woman is...
So I heard you say he's funny. Anything to say on that? So again, the topic of the video is why women rarely approach men. And his second point was on social programming. So he's saying that they have been trained that the woman is not right. Any comments on that?
He's not wrong.
He seems to be right.
I will say
all the time.
Okay, not about all women, but I will say, I mean, just like how y'all say, not about all men, but social programming is definitely a thing, but I would say it also comes from, you know, the criticism of men as well, being criticized by men for being forward.
That's a great point.
So there's a little bit of, oh, a man's always supposed to chase me, but you have women who, you know, are perfectly fine with taking initiative. But then you might have some male perspectives in her life saying, oh, if she approached me like that, she just wants a dick, she's a hoe, she community pussy, some shit. And it's like, oh, that ain't me, so I guess I'm not approaching these men.
I would argue that dudes that do that are the weakest on the totem pole of society. The crazy ish, huh? No, for real. I'm not even joking with you. I'm not even joking with you.
No, I'm just chiming in because it's funny.
Yeah, no, but it's like, but they are the weakest because they have been trained to think like y'all are some majestic beings that are not human and don't have basic needs and emotions and what have you, right? So when they see things outside of their fairy tale or outside of the movie that they watched when they was 10 years old, you get judged. And they allow their insecurities, their beta male tendencies and insecurities to permeate your minds to manipulate you how you think. Meanwhile, if there was more men that were legit men and, you know, just allowed facts to be facts, to allow truths to be truths, there would be a lot more situations taking place that would be advantageous for all men. And I say that from the perspective of, you know, if you're knocking them for doing what they want to do, you're knocking out for the next dude that wants to do that thing with them. Like, why do that? It's so weak. It's such a weak thing to do because you can't get it from them. All of a sudden, they're a hoe. It's such a whack thing to do. You agree with me? Disagree with me?
I agree with you.
All right, let's keep going.
Passive energy, what a woman would do is send choosing signals, flirting signals. That's a woman way of being passive with you, passive aggressive. That's about the best you're gonna get out of a feminine woman. All right. Masculine energy says we take charge, we are aggressive. Now, here's the thing. Before you guys say, well, I thought you told us choosing signals. Here's the thing, guys. If you just hell bent and you see a girl that you want, go cold approach. All right. I don't fucked a lot of women cold approaching. The thing with me with choosing signals, and let me clear this up one more time. The whole point of choosing signals, guys, is I'm trying to teach men how they live their lives without revolving it around women. It actually don't got nothing to do with being more attractive. Well, it's got a little bit about not sending off that needy energy and shit like that. But the main thing with choosing signals, guys, and gonna be first and foremost, is that I'm trying to teach men how to really go their own way. You see, guys get on YouTube and everybody going their fucking own way, but nobody really going their own fucking way. Where they really going is chasing ass. All right, you see all this shit about the red pill community this, red pill community that, and all I see is a bunch of ass chasers. That's what I see. All right, guys, the whole thing about choosing singles is I'm trying to teach men how to go do things, live their lives, and not revolve around how many women phone numbers you got. You got guys going to the club and they judge their night at the club based around how many phone numbers they got. You got guys going on vacation and they basing their vacation around how many women they slept with on the vacation. If they slept with 3 women on vacation, it was a great vacation. And if they ain't sleep with no women on vacation, oh, it sucked. Guys go to the club, if they got 5 phone numbers, man, that shit was lit, dog. And if they ain't got no numbers, man, that shit was dead. I ain't going back. That shit was whack, man. And that's what the basic of choosing signals is about. Yes, it is going to make you look more attractive to women because you're not sending off that needed vibe. But first and foremost, guys, will always be about, I'm trying to get you guys to learn how to live your life without needing women.
I feel like you agree with a lot of what AMS was saying.
And that point, yeah. The whole feminine, masculine energy, I wasn't feeling how he broke it down like that. But I mean, that's just semantics, so I'm not gonna.
You mean the words that he was using, or you don't believe in his point?
No, the point is extremely valid. I remember those days, but I mean, we left them behind. I think that my group of friends no longer. Okay. I hope they no longer do those things. But yeah, I mean, he's completely right. There's some men out there who base their whole how can I say this? For a lot of men, and maybe these are betas, alphas, however you categorize them, y'all want to have, why do a lot of men have money? Because they expect to be able to support a woman, right? Why do a lot of men get really fancy cars? Because when a woman sees it, it's like, oh shit, I'ma hop in. Hey. You know what I mean?
She want to come along for the ride.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of men don't care about how y'all dress, but I mean, hey, that don't change that though. Be hygienic and dress well. Continue to do that. We appreciate that. But no, a lot of men will base their entire lives on the woman that they expect to be with. I mean, women do it too.
But do you bang what he was saying when, dudes tend to go out and base their experience on the amount of numbers that they get and the amount of numbers they get, the amount of women they were able to pull, not even just numbers, just attract in general, how many women hollered at them. And then I also why do men talk about their body count? How many women? Wait, they talk about you mean men that talk about their body count to other men? I don't think it's not an alpha trait. I think that's like a weak trait. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, right? Insecure men. You're catching on to this very quickly.
Thank you.
No, you really are. No, I think you are. And you're not fighting it. You're not combating it. You're just I don't feel like there's anything you really disagree with him on.
No, not deeply. And then, at the same time, I will say this for anyone. I'm not a man. I'm not going to talk about a man's experience. I'm a woman. I can talk about a woman's experience, which is why when women talk about shit, you fucking listen. I'm just going to point that out right now. But also when men talk about shit.
What just happened?
I got feisty. When your man talks about shit, or men that you are dealing with talk about shit, you should listen to them too. So I vibes for both sides of the spectrum, and listen to each other, love each other.
Maybe. Okay, you ready to go back in?
Or at least fuck each other. Goddamn, have some sex.
Or that.
Women go to the club. Yes, they like the free attention. Yes, they do. But if you go to the club, women don't be having their head on a swivel looking for guys all fucking night. Women be in a fucking little circle doing the cha-cha dance with each other. while guys are standing around looking at them, salivating at the mouth, and they ain't studying nobody. They sitting around in a little circle, a little powwow, doing a fucking cha-cha dance or the electric slide. All right, guys, and that's the mindset I'm trying to get you guys into. Go out, enjoy your friends, or go out by yourself and just learn how to enjoy yourself without women. All right, if you want to cold approach a woman, hey, go ahead. I fuck plenty of women cold approaching. All right, the thing, and even the thing with the cold approaching is, I just don't want you to be one of those guys who going around the club and need to talk to 7 women. It look ridiculous. If you in a club and you see one girl and you just say, you know what, I'm gonna go up and approach her, that knock yourself out. I wouldn't do it at this point in my life if she ain't give me no choosing signal, but knock yourself out. What I don't want you to be is one of these thirsty ass dudes. Every fucking 20 minutes you in another fucking girl face. All right, guys, that's the main thing I don't want you to do. All right, guys, so I'm not gonna completely knock cold approach. The only aspect I don't like about cold approach is I know that's.
Yo, can I just have a moment of just clarity right now? I know that AMS, I don't often disagree with AMS. I have friends that have done exactly what he just told you not to do. And to all of those women, he's the shit. And I've seen it happen.
That's New York culture, though.
I've seen it happen.
That's New York culture.
And they all love him. I mean, they're all like, all the women are not like, you wouldn't be proud about taking them home to mom and dad. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's not those type of chicks.
Exactly.
But I've seen men do what he's telling you not to do. And the thing is like, what he's telling you not to do, I think mentally, it'll bring you to a place of a little bit more happiness, because what the dude is doing when he's going to all of them, he's seeking validation. You know, he wants something out of each one of those contacts.
So it'll like be a downer to him if he doesn't get all of them.
Yeah, but he's out there to do that. But so it's a bit of male validation as well. But trust and believe, I've seen it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, I've definitely.
I think in New York that's a thing. You know, women I think are more willing to compete for men. But you're definitely getting not exactly the best when you're doing something like that. Especially like for me, if a dude came to me, hollered at me, he got my number, successfully, cool. If I see him hollering at another girl same night, you will not hear from me again. Maybe. Actually, I might fuck you, and then you won't hear from me again. So you'll get used. At least you'll have some vagina for the night.
She's real. I gotta bring you guys the realness.
Like, I'll dead you and drop you. And that's Brooklyn shit. Real shit. Welcome to New York.
Welcome. Too hot for the camera. All right, you ready to get back in there?
Let's go.
That's why you bought your ass to that event. That's the thing I don't like about cold approach. You didn't come out to enjoy your friends. You didn't come out to just enjoy yourself. You came out looking to chase ass. And that's why I don't like cold approach. I want you to, any of you guys who are going out tonight, I want you guys to say to yourself, man, I'm just going to go out and enjoy my time, man, and enjoy myself. I don't need phone numbers. I'm just enjoying myself. I let the world come to me. All right, guys, learn how to let things come to you. Everything will come to you. You don't have to force it. All right, guys, if you ever seen a good baseball player, what they'll do, the ones who try to force it and swing at balls that are all up here and all around the plate and shit, and they strike out. You see the great baseball players, the like Barry Bonds or something, they let the game, let Barry Bonds will take a walk. He didn't swing at bad pitches. Even when he was trying to break Hank Aaron record, he let everything come to him. All right, he didn't swing at bad pitches trying to break Hank Aaron record. He let everything come to him. That's how I want you guys to be. Let everything come to you. Everything will come to you. You don't have to be this ultra aggressive guy. All right, guys. So that's the main thing with choosing signals. I didn't mean to run on a tangent, but I wanted to explain that. All right, because feminine energy is passive. We are aggressive. So a woman will send choosing signals. The aggression still comes from you going up, making the approach after the choosing signal. All right, guys. Next, number 4, it gives her the power, guys. Who's ever pursuing is in the weaker position. All right, guys. And so this gonna go to a little social programming too, because a lot of these feminists and shit, they realize, I got a vagina, and men will do anything for some damn vagina. And so women got smart and they realize men gonna pursue you because you got something that they want. Just the bottom fucking line, guys. That's the way it works. If you're a rich guy, and this goes to playing on hypergamy, what I teach you guys, if you're a successful guy, well, guess what? You got something that a lot of women want. You offering that you can provide. All right, and so that's why a woman gonna fucking chase you if you're successful. All right, guys, if she knows you're successful. All right, if she's in the mindset of searching for a beta male provider. If she ain't in the mindset of a beta male provider, it wouldn't matter if you're a fucking billionaire. It won't make her never mind. All right, only if she's in the mindset of a beta male provider. This is why you can go to a club sometimes, and I'm talking about for my successful guys, and a lot of the women, and they don't even give a shit you look successful. And then sometimes you can go out and you can see the women, they salivating at the mouth because they're looking for a fucking provider. All right, guys. So that's the thing with that, guys. It gives them power, and it does. You're in a weaker position at the beginning. Ain't no way around it. When you go up and you introduce
All right. You seem to be disagreeing with weaker position in the beginning.
With weaker position, I disagree. Because if you don't approach people and you let, like for women, you don't approach men, you only let men approach you, you only ever get to choose from the men that approach you. So if all the men that approach you are not the type of men that you want, you're literally just picking from a pot of men that you don't even want. So really, you're just in a shitty position because you're not taking initiative. So with men, you want to let it all come to you, especially when you got money. You're gonna get all the thirsties, all the not so put together women, because guaranteed a woman that can provide for herself, I mean, she might like you because it's like, oh, okay, he got money, I got money, let's be a team or whatever. But then let's say that because women who have options, they're gonna look for the best option. So let's say you got money, you can provide for yourself, but your vibe is kind of off, or maybe you're a little corny. Women with money will literally turn you down for a small thing because I got more options, nigga.
Yeah, it's supply and demand. I mean, it's the law of economics that happens in a capitalistic society as it does in relationships.
Right.
It's crazy how synonymous that is. You know what I mean? However, I think at the core of his point, right, like
maybe rejection wise.
Well, but at the core of his point, if I'm in a club situation and I see someone that I want to talk to, yes, I completely get his point, because you're putting yourself out there. You know what I mean?
Are you really though?
I mean to a degree you are.
You really though?
But I think it's up to the person who's putting themselves out there how much it would actually even affect you.
Right.
And
some people are sensitive.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends. It really depends on your level of sensitivity. It also depends on the strength of your ego. You know, because people with big egos often don't like their egos hurt. So.
Fair enough.
So it does put you in a weaker position because you want something from someone else.
I would say, okay. It does not put you. I still don't think it puts you in a weaker position. Okay. But it definitely, I guess, from a vulnerability
perspective.
Vulnerability. Okay, you're a little vulnerable, but I mean, the worst she can say is no, right? Unless she takes it to a whole other level, like, oh my god, I rejected this nigga, and then in that case, she's just fucking corny. But I mean, like,
well, she can try to play you like right then and there.
Which she's still corny. I mean, it's the same thing, like how men can call women hoes, and a woman has sex with a man. Is she in a weaker position or is she empowered? I feel like, oh yeah, in a moment, you might feel like, oh, I got rejected or whatever, but at least you were still the chooser. Because would you rather choose a job, or would you rather some type of fucking algorithm choose your job and hand it to you?
It's a good point.
I feel like you're in a weaker position if you can't choose a job, or if you can't get the job you first chose.
Yo, you know what? You make a strong point. you make a strong point. So to wrap that point up, and then we'll move on to the next section. You think that it's stronger to be able to choose,
yes,
as opposed to having someone choose you.
And to men, if you really feel some type of way about it, let me tell you, there are women out there who are picking from men who chose them, and they're not happy because they're not choosing. They're not happy. The men out there, they're settling, right? So to the people who are choosing, when you get the one,
they get what you want. You walk into the jewelry store and you get the exact diamond. You get the exact gold chain that you came in there for.
See this? Yeah. See my watch? I chose it.
How are you in a weaker position?
My necklace, I chose it. No one else chose it for me. No one handed it to me.
I don't often agree.
I think I'm dropping some knowledge. Am I?
I don't. You don't
agree with me?
No. I don't often agree with counterpoints from co-hosts on the AMS, but it all depends. Like, you in a weaker position if your ego is gonna get hurt, but if your ego is not gonna get hurt,
it's such a small. All right. But the thing is, think about it. How much do those people in the club, those cute women, whatever, they got big butts, whatever, they smell good, how much do they mean to you? They don't mean shit. Like my son, okay, you hollered at a girl last week, right? How bad was she? Let's say scale 10. She was a 10. A month later, she will not be on your mind.
That's a good point.
Someone else will be on your mind. So it's kind of just like, yeah, you know what? Like, you know how many niggas rejected me? Sorry if people don't like me saying that word. But you know how many people have rejected me? Do I remember them? Vaguely. Do I care about them? Hell to the fuck no.
So like, we talking men here?
I'm talking about men that I've approached that have rejected me, or they took my number, never heard from them again. And I mean, do I think of them when I go to bed at night? Absolutely not. I think about the niggas that text me and still call me. So
boom.
All
right, we got like 2 more minutes left in this video. Want to keep going?
Yourself to a woman, she has the power. When you call the second day, she has the power. When you call back for the second day, she has the power. The only time the man gets the power is when he done built an attachment. That's it. Now we can have some fun. Now I got the power, bitch. But until that aspect, guys, she has the fucking power. That's just the fucking way it is, guys. All right, number 5, guys. It's a good way to test your confidence, guys. So women are subconsciously always gonna test us. Get over it. All right. A woman ain't finna bail you out by coming up and approaching you. It takes confidence to go up. Don't you guys know that women, and this the aspect, this the thing what kill me, or why guys don't want to, wait for choosing signals. Women send guys choosing signals, and they still fucking scared to go up and approach. I don't know if guys want choosing signals or want a woman salivating out the mouth like a fucking hound dog and pulling her hair out of her head like she crazy when she see you. I don't know if that's the kind of choosing signals guys want, because women ain't gonna give you those type of choosing signals. This is a choosing signal. Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2. That's a choosing signal. This ain't no choosing signal. That's a glance. Far as she concerned, you was coming to steal a fucking person. She was checking to check where you was. That's not a choosing signal. But you see this? Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2, turn a hit. That's a choosing signal. That's what you gonna get, guys. All right, guys. And so even with that, even with a woman sending choosing signals, it still take confidence to go up and approach. Because a woman is rarely gonna give you a blatant choosing signal. A woman ain't gonna be looking at you like she just fucking about to pass out. It's gonna be a subtle little bullshit. And so you really, I don't know, I think she want me. And so it still takes confidence, even if she gave you choosing signals. All right, guys. So that's the thing with that, guys. It's a good subconscious way to test your confidence, guys. All right, the last one, guys, is she has fucking options. if you, but let's put you in the mindset of a woman right quick. You're an attractive woman. You get 10 guys hitting you up on Facebook, 10 guys on Instagram. Let's say you got a dating app, you get 50 on there, or 20, or whatever the fuck you get on there. Then you get 5 or 6 guys a day. I ain't gonna say approach you, but let's say cat call, right? Because men ain't got no fucking balls. They just pretty much cat call or say some shit like, hey mama, right? They don't make a manly fuck.
You done laughing? Seems like you identify with what he was saying.
Yeah, but I mean, we can let him finish his point.
Sure.
Fucking approach no more like they used to. And so a woman has options. So this sends a sense of entitlement. All right, let me ask y'all guys something. Do y'all think LeBron James was calling teams this past off season, asking them for a tryout? No, he got teams pursuing him. So the teams that didn't call him, he wasn't worried about them because he's a man with options. He ain't gonna call the Memphis Grizzlies, hey, can I come give y'all a trial or can we come talk? Hell no, because he probably had 10 or 12 teams that want his services, if not more. So when you have options and when you have people pursuing you, you ain't finna pursue no goddamn body. Y'all guys get that? All right, so, and that goes to my thing about choosing signals. Once you got a couple of bitches on your team, 2 or 3 girls, you ain't finna be out here cold approaching the goddamn thing. Man, I got bitches. So either a bitch approach me or take her ass on. All right, guys, so that's the thing with that. If a woman has plenty of options.
All right, he's at the end of the video.
Yeah.
All right, plenty of options. I mean, this one feels like a no-brainer to me, but how you feel about this one?
Yeah, it depends on what the person's looking for.
I suppose.
I think it highly depends on what the person's looking for.
I mean, but this goes for dudes too. If a dude has plenty of options, if he's got plenty, chicks in his DMs, like he may not approach, like he may get, he's on that curve. If his standard deviation of woman is about a 9 and a 8 walks into a room, he's not gonna want to pursue that 8 because his current average is a 9. So why would he? But meanwhile, his boys may be amped to go hit up that 8. I mean, it becomes a math problem at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know y'all rated women like that.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Y'all be like that?
Yeah. Y'all don't rate on a scale of 1 to 10? That's not how you do. You just pursue. You just go forth.
I don't rate.
You just go.
Well, I think women have more so checklists. We don't, because like he said,
that's true.
People are.
That's actually very true.
Gonna fall short at some point. So I mean, you can have your rating system, but we definitely have checklists.
But your checklist can still average out to a number. But I understand what you're saying.
4 out of 6 checks or something like that.
Because our rating system is more aesthetically focused, but y'all checklist is more monetarily.
Men are very visual.
Y'all checklist is more monetarily and ambition and goal focused.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's called hypergamy. I don't know if we gotta do a video on that after this.
That's a word I don't know.
All right, we're gonna go over that. All right, so listen, he's at the end of the video. Raven, I appreciate your thoughts today. I appreciate your comments.
We didn't comment on those last ones, so.
What last ones?
What were the last points? Oh, no, we did.
We did.
Sorry.
We did.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Sorry.
All right, questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Maurice, thank you for the video suggestion.
Yes.
Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Go over there and suggest me videos. I'm way more apt to cover videos that are like 15 minutes-ish and less. You guys got to think about it. If you recommend me a video that's 20 to 30 minutes, it's way more difficult for me to create a video off of a 30-minute video because we'll be sitting here for 2 hours talking about the video, all right? So try to look at videos like 15 minutes or less, and we'll talk about it. All right. Anything to say before we peace out?
This was fun.
We gonna do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again. I appreciate your authenticity though, because the thing is like there's a couple of dynamics happening right here. So like you have a dude, you have AMS, Alpha Male Strategies, talking to people about a topic. And I feel like it's very powerful to get human beings to talk about what he's saying in order to validate or invalidate the conversations that he's having, because he has a giant subscriber base. He has a giant following of people who listen to what he's saying and go forth and conquer earth with it, right? So I think that it's very important that you can have decent conversations and dialogue between people to discuss this type of information. You also have someone who low-key is like a father to some people, right? So I think that it's
an older man.
Yeah, he's like an old uncle. He's like a pops. He's like damn near a grandfather to some people.
He's definitely like pops.
Because you gotta think about, you know, the dudes that you know, the dudes that I grew up around, like, and the amount of fathers and men that we have had in our lives, which leads to a lot of this beta male shit, right? Which leads to a lot of, you know, us judging you for your bullshit in an emotional way, in a feminine way. It's because a lot of us around have not had a strong man in their life that has taught them to be a logical human being and go forth and conquer within that. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's good, like, and shout out to AMS. He probably doesn't watch any of my videos, but shout out to you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's doing a service in a way that I think you can the words that he uses is still, some of the words are very flagrant in nature.
They're not politically correct, but
they're not politically
you get the
correct.
point.
But there's a context behind what he's saying, and he has, although the words that he used are very basic is a word that came, but like I don't want to describe it as that, but like he's super smart. And the way, because being able to break down human
actually
nature,
taking the time
and
to do that,
he's a very smart dude. Like he's extremely intelligent. Like don't let like the basic vocabulary fool you. He's a very smart dude. But anyway, so that's my 2 cents. Questions, comments, concerns, leave it down in the description box down below. All right, but the night's still young, so we gotta figure this thing out. All right. Till next time, you two.
So extra. So extra.
Peace!